bus lanes down Merivale. So let's talk about this one, honestly. The transit that everybody in the city used to be proud of, you know, the network people actually chose to ride on, is now something that the most of us try to plan our day around. So the plan is to pour thousands of new residents onto Merivale and just trust that they'll all leave their car at home and not bring new cars in. And they'll take a system that nobody wants to take and nobody relies upon. So here's what they won't say out loud for some damned reason. A bus lane doesn't remove a single car. It gives buses its own lane on a road that's already gridlocked. Painting a bus lane means fewer lanes for all the cars that are already there. And every apartment tower you stack along that corridor brings more people with more cars in a place that was designed in the 1960s entirely around driving. Merivale's what they call a strode. Everybody knows exactly what I mean when I say that word. It's half street, it's half road, and it's not good at being either. And it was a terrible idea back in the day when someone thought this thing up. It's too fast and too wide to be a place you want to hang around on foot. And it's too clogged and too tangled with driveways accessing the parking lots and Best Buy and Toys R Us to actually move traffic at a reasonable pace. Merivale's just the biggest thing we never got right. So for once, can we please fix it? We are genuinely serious about intensifying this corridor. Really serious, not just slapping towers in the empty parking lots. Then you got to finally build it in a way that should have been built in the entire time. So you have to make it two things at once properly. A road down the middle that carries through traffic, and then access streets on the side. That's where the front doors and the shops, the parking in, yes, the bus lanes could live. So that's even got a name. It's called a multi-way boulevard, and cities around the world have been building these things for a century, but in Ottawa, apparently we can't figure this out. So let's be honest about why it's hard and probably why Ottawa's never managed to figure it out. Doing something like this isn't easy. I legitimately don't think there's enough land available on Merivale right now to do it. So you'd be getting into expropriating some of the empty, dead parking lots before you could do something like this, but it's not impossible. That's difficult, that's expensive. But if it's a real fight, but if it's done properly, it'll be done finally and forever, and we'll have our great grandkids telling us, hey, Merivale's great, everything flows down there, it all makes sense, as opposed to the conversation, the frustration we've all had with Merivale for 50 years right now, up until right now. Here's the thing, so the city's own study for this corridor already admits it would have to confirm property requirements. The secondary plan already gestures at new internal streets and fewer driveways. They're inching towards the right idea, and they just won't commit to it and do it properly, and because really it needs a political push to get it over the final leg. That's the whole difference. Do it right, or stop pretending the towers are just going to work magically. One more thing the councillor can actually push for. There's a strip of open land running right through the middle of Old Nepean, behind Crestview and Medhurst Park. I think everybody knows what I'm talking about. The plan can't decide whether it should be a park or it should be more housing. It still floats from housing on one page and then green space on the next, so clearly there's been no hard decision, but they're thinking about it. So the same provincial rule book that mandates the growth also says to plan for parks, trails, open space, and connected green networks. I'll fight to make that strip a proper green space, better than the overgrown weed farm it is right now, which is why the city keeps eyeing it for more townhouses. The thing about green space is once you pave it, it's never coming back. So here's my promise. I can't stop the growth. Nobody at City Hall can. The province took that off the table before this even started. But I can make sure it's built in the right order. Infrastructure first, servicing before shovels so your basement stays dry, the roads get rebuilt properly before we pile more onto them, and the green gets protected before it's gone. And I can fight to give you back the voice they legislated away, because a system that tells the people who actually live somewhere they don't get to even be heard isn't good governance, it's just fast governance. And fast and right are not the same thing. Good, fast, cheap, pick two.